Hello everyone! Welcome back to Kimberly's kitchen. Today we will be making oxtail stew. It is such a comfort food to have. So let's begin with the ingredients to make this. You will need fresh oxtail, fresh tomatoes, red wines, tomato sauce, beef stocks, yellow onions, carrots, mushrooms, and potatoes. All the fresh ingredients you will need. To cook the stew, you will need to sear the oxtails with salt and pepper. There is no need to cook it. Just want to give it a good sear until it's nice and brown on the outside. Now I'm going to transfer it over to the pressure cooker pot. This is where your multitask skills comes in. Using leftover oils from the oxtail, I am going to brown the potatoes and carrots. No need to season it. The oil has all the flavors from the salt and peppers on the oxtail. Meanwhile, I will add the beef stocks into the pressure cooker pot with the oxtail. This is about a good, I'd say 32, there it is, 32 ounce. Okay, now I'm going to add in the red wine. I prefer the sweet red wine over the dry. And then I'm going to pour in now the tomato sauce. So there you go. Shake it a little bit, clean it up. Okay, now I'm going to add the fresh tomato wedges in to the pressure cooker with the stocks and I'm going to pressure cook this for about a good 40 minutes to tenderize the oxtail on medium-high heat using a conventional stovetop. Okay, so while that's being pressure cooked, I'm just going to check the carrots and potatoes, making sure that it's not burned. So far so good. Now that the 40 minutes went by, I'm just gonna go ahead and remove the oxtail. It's nice and tender. Over to a separate pot where I put the carrots and potatoes. Let's scoop the oxtail out first. This is to avoid splash, you know. Okay, so here goes the stock. Transfer everything over to a new pot. Okay, this is a deeper pot, so therefore you can add a lot more. Now what I'm going to do is under medium-high heat, I'm going to toss in the tomato wedges, as you can see. Okay, I know earlier I added some fresh tomatoes onto the stalks, but I put some aside, so now we're going to add some more fresh tomato wedge and mushrooms into the stew pot now, because we don't want to overcook all the tomatoes. You want to have a little chunky tomato taste to your bites. Okay, there it goes. I'm just going to cover it and we're going to let it simmer for a little bit, okay? Alright, now that the stew has been simmering for about 7 to 10 minutes on medium-high heat, as you can see, it's still kind of boiled. I will now add the sliced onions in. Again, you don't want to put the onions in too soon, because then just gonna overcook the onions and you can't even taste the onions anymore. So this is the reason why I add it a little bit later on, giving it a little time to cook the tomatoes down as well as the mushroom. So there it is. The onion just went into the pot. Give it a little good stir, and I'm gonna now season with salt, or you can choose to season it with beef bouillon. It's up to you per preference, but for now I think I'm gonna do the salt and pepper seasoning. So just sprinkle some salt in, followed by some black pepper. But if you're gonna use the beef bouillon, I would suggest add about 2 cubes, okay, of the bouillon in there. But since I'm using salt and pepper, I'm just gonna base on instinct. You can see the measurements on the recipe below. Okay, now I'm just gonna adjust to taste. That does taste pretty right. Okay, that's good. I'm just gonna cover it back and bring it to boil. So once it's boiled, turn it off, and you're pretty much ready to serve. Like you see here, it is so amazingly aromatic, and the oxtail is just nice and tender. I would love to serve this with either pasta or a baguette. I think you will enjoy this dish so much in the fall. It's such a comfort food. So I hope you enjoy this dish as much as we do at home. Share what you think about the recipe below, and don't forget to like and subscribe. Enjoy!